Hey gamers, welcome to Gamer Image. I know a lot of people out there are scratching their heads since The Sims 5 hasn't even been released, wondering how the heck does this guy know where the Sims 5 data will be moved to? Well, you'll see. Squeezing in an intro. Now many of you are probably thinking, dang, The Sims 4 is already massive as is. I'll probably need so much more space when I download and play The Sims 5. And guess what? You'll be abso-freaking-lutely correct, because the game devs don't care about how much space is available on your hard drive. Yeah, they want to squeeze in those quality graphics. So when your computer's bar fills up too far beyond its breaking point, you're going to want to move all your Sims 5 data out. And just to note, this is theoretical. I could be wrong, maybe not. And this will not move the actual game itself. There's a separate video on how to move literally anything here. Also, let me know your guesses for moving the Sims 5 data in the future in the comments. So there's been a pretty consistent theme when it comes to the Sims series. 1. You're not allowed within the game settings to move the data location for where your saves, mods, and CC stuff goes. It automatically defaults to the same folder as it has been for the same past 3 iterations, and this has been true since Windows XP and The Sims 2. 2. Partially mentioned in the previous bullet, the location has always been the Documents folder, originally inside a folder named EA Games, but now located within an Electronic Arts folder. You'll always see Electronic Arts games save data inside this folder. 3. Since we saw the translation from Origin to EA, the new locations have been pretty standardized. C:\/ your username, \documents, \electronic arts, \the Sims, and then insert number iteration here. So, since we've seen The Sims 3 and The Sims 4, it's safe to say we'll be seeing The Sims 5 in that list of game data inside the Documents folder. Now, if for some strange reason I'm incorrect about this, the data provided seems to be pretty straightforward. So to quickly recap, 1. There's an ongoing theme of not allowing players to move data. 2. It's always been inside the Documents folder. And 3. It's always the number after The Sims with a space and a number at the end. So let's get into how to move your mods, saves, CC, household, lots, and just everything over to an external drive. Before we get into this, here's what you're going to need. 1. A Windows machine. 2. Admin privileges. Without this, you can't actually do this, at all. And 3. The Sims 5 installed, which at the time of recording this, I don't think anyone has the game yet except the developers. So, go ahead and open 2 File Explorer windows and a command prompt as administrator. Snap the windows like this, the command window on the left and the 2 File Explorer windows stacked on the right. Make sure you see administrator on the command line window. If you don't, this won't work. Now go into your Documents folder, go into the Electronic Arts folder, and then go into The Sims 5. Click into the address bar and make sure everything is highlighted. Right-click and then hit Copy. Move over to the command window and start typing the following: mklink, a space, /d, another space, and then a pair of quotation marks. Then right-click in the window to paste the contents we just copied, or you can hit Ctrl and V together. Now, close the end here with the pair of double quotes and add another space at the end. Now, go ahead and go back up to the Electronic Arts folder and cut the folder The Sims 5 out of here. So right-click and hit the Cut option. So to check if you need to format your external drive, follow these steps. Right-click the drive and go to Properties. Under the General tab, there should be File System. Be sure it says NTFS. If it says FAT, FAT32, exFAT, or unknown, then you'll need to format it. On the bottom window, head to your external drive you want to use. Be sure to copy any data you have on it elsewhere if you need it, because we're going to format it. Now right-click the drive and go to Format. Make sure the maximum capacity is selected underneath Capacity. The file system should be NTFS, and the rest should be fine unless you want to rename the drive something special. Make sure that the Quick Format option is selected. Then click Start, and then click OK on the next box that shows up. It should be relatively quick. Unfortunately, I wasn't expecting the window we had just opened to the drive to disappear. So go ahead and run another File Explorer and snap it to the bottom right-hand corner again. Sorry guys. Personally, I'm going to make a new folder called Game Data here. Feel free to name it whatever you want, if you even want to make a new file folder for the setup. In the empty, go ahead and right-click and hit Paste. This should move your entire Sims 5 folder directly into your external drive. If it does not, be sure to make sure that your Sims 5 game is closed. And if this doesn't work, try restarting your computer and trying to cut and paste it into the folder again. This part is kinda important. And by kinda, I mean a lotta. Make sure in the file folder at the top that the Sims 5 folder isn't there. This will cause issues if it's still there. You'll get a can't move the file because it already exists error. So please make sure to follow this to a T. In the bottom right-hand window, go into your new Sims 5 folder and select the text in the address bar. Right-click this and hit Copy. This is going to copy this address just like the other one did. Click into the command window and either hit Ctrl-V or right-click. This should paste the entire path into the window. Type another set of double quotes here and then hit Enter. If this was done correctly, you should get symbolic link created for your old Sims 5 location to your external drive's Sim 5 location. Copy and paste the command you typed and the command output into the comments if it's displaying something other than the pointy arrows thing. Also, you should see that the Sims 5 shortcut should pop up here in your Electronic Arts folder. Now, if you right-click on your Sims 5 shortcut, then you should see that it's on your external drive. Stick around if you're needing to remove the symbolic link and put the data back onto your system or C drive. Now, let's open the Sims 5 to make sure the game data is working properly. Obviously, I can't do this properly because the game doesn't exist yet. And as you can see here, all of my data is recognized. Yours should be in the future too. So, for those of you who messed up or decided that you need to put stuff back into your main C drive, follow these steps. If you don't have these two File Explorer windows stacked on top of each other like this, go ahead and open two Explorer windows and just put one on top and one on bottom. Now, open the Documents folder. Go into the Electronic Arts folder where you made your link. Now go ahead and delete the linked folder shortcut or symbolic link if you're trying to get technical here. In case you're worried, don't fret. This is just like deleting a shortcut to an app or any other folder. It won't delete the actual data, no worries. Once the symbolic, shortcutted, linked, little squared, arrowed Sims 5 folder shortcut thingy is gone, go ahead and go to where you put your Sims 5 data. Most likely inside a folder called Game Data on your external drive if you followed this tutorial in the past or just recently. Go ahead and right-click the Sims 5 folder and click Cut. Now paste the file folder into the Electronic Arts folder. And there you go! Both how to add the symbolic link to move the Sims 5 to an external drive and how to remove it. If you don't want to do this manually and have some spare change, I have an app called Move Anything where you can find the download in the description below. Thanks for watching! Now go ahead and delete the linked folder shortcut